Okay, quick update. This is Lola. She's doing well. She just enjoys the adventure. That's what she is about. I am still in Lamar, trying to figure things out. I am waiting for met a woman that's she already bought the bike, but it's been a convoluted thing to where she trusted somebody she probably shouldn't have to get something done with a bike trailer that was trying to be made. She wanted to buy it outright, but trusted this guy, wanted to help him out with money, so he had money in his pocket. And of course, being an addict, it was probably not going to work out too well. I was staying with this one feller who decided to start running his mouth when he came in because I had the lights off because it was hot. It's like 105 usually here, so it's pretty damn hot. So I had the lights off, playing my game. He comes in, starts running his mouth. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're watching this dude, you're lucky I didn't smack the dog piss out you. I'm a New Yorker. You better ask any New Yorker. You're lucky. You're so damn lucky. And then he started talking about violence, and I had to leave before I showed him what the hell that meant. It was just, it's so much. It's so much. I feel like things got really complicated, but she's trying to do the right thing, and I know she needs it more for herself than I need it, because, shopping cart has done fine thus far. She's traveled 257 miles plus some, because the back and forth crap I have to do in towns. But, I know she needs it, so I'm gonna let her do it. But it's become complicated, and understand, again, if you're watching this, it's not on you. You're trying to do the right thing. I do not blame you for any of the crap that's gone on. I blame the person that was trusted to do it. Life wouldn't be life without a little bit of drama, I guess. But this is Enchanted Forest Park. It's actually a quaint little place. Got a little stage right there. Train station's like right here. And again, if I really wanted a train ticket, my sister already said she'd get me one, or a bus ticket, whatever was needed. The whole point of this entire thing is the journey. So no, I don't want a train ticket. No, I don't want a bus ticket. It's the journey that matters. The experiences, the people I meet, things I go through, whether good or bad, it's the experience of the matter. Not about getting home as quick as possible, because if that was the case, I would have taken my sister up on the offer immediately from Taos and gone to Santa Fe and just gone home. And the whole point is the journey. I do want to do this update, because I was getting a ton of messages like, where am I? And I realized I haven't done an update in a long time. Honestly, I was just kind of waiting for things to work out. You don't want to post updates and then, everything's falling apart and you're on here bitching and complaining. No one wants to hear that. Certainly not the viewers, if people watching this, like, I'm trying to be more positive. Us New Yorkers tend to be pretty negative as is, so I don't want to add that. But just know, to the woman, I appreciate you dearly. I'm not going to give any names just because anonymity is something people want. And when they do things of charity and kindness, they don't want to be known. Like, that defeats the whole damn purpose. As Sean Gatz, the guy who actually got me into this, he's a YouTuber that does construction videos. He's got a place in Arizona, doing really well for himself in that matter. He got me to kind of think, like, yeah, I need to do something different, like just change it up. That's when I decided to start the walking. And in the process, I started getting closer with God, mainly when I was going through a model. That place was hell on earth, like 115 degrees, hotter than HE double hockey sticks, like bad. It was bad. And I knew I would not make it on my own reconnaissance, so I asked him for help. It was the first time since my sons died that I actually asked for his help, which surprised me because those calls, those many years ago, went unanswered. And for many years, I blamed him. It took me a long time to realize, in order to have free will, you have to have life and death. Things must live, things must die. It's the part of natural order of things. And that comes with the free will. I mean, if it had been Adam and Eve all this time, if that turns out to be true, then we wouldn't exist. All the people that bitch and complain about life, you wouldn't be bitching if it hadn't happened. Also, on that note, I think if God's all knowing, all powerful, and he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew that the snake would tempt him, that the apple would be eaten, knowledge would be gained, but without that process, we wouldn't be here. So if he's all knowing, then he knew exactly what was going to happen, and he allowed it to happen because it had to happen. In order for us to exist and come into being, things had to be kickstarted. Time itself had to be kickstarted. Personal thought. Don't know if it's true or not, but that's the thing about me. I'm always open because at the end of the day, we are humans. We know very, very little. I mean, I've died 3 times. It's the one thing I took back with me is we know so little. And everyone that's consumed about knowing everything, you could spend your entire life trying to know everything and you're going to know very little. So just accept that and you'll be a lot happier. I feel like this quest for knowledge all the time that people have, and I got to know everything and be Mr. Right and all this crap, it don't really help anybody. If anything, it drives people nuts. Because then the more you learn, the more questions you have, and the questions just pile. And there's no satisfaction in it. Instead of just be accepting that we know very little. And that's part of life, learning, experience, and knowing you're not going to have enough time in this world to know everything. It's not for us to know everything. If we knew everything, we'd be God. And then what would be the point of God? You know what I mean? We're figuring things out. I might actually be doing a program because winter's coming. So, and as long as this is taking, it's going to become a problem. Winter will come upon us, and I really don't want to get caught in some of the worst areas like Kansas or, God forbid, Pennsylvania or, just New York itself. If I'm not home by then and, snowstorms start to come in, it's going to get bad. It's going to get really, really bad. And so I might stay here for a while, do this program. I won't give any names yet because honestly, I know nothing about the program. I wasn't really informed that well. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do it. I mean, most of these programs, they don't allow you to smoke buds. That's not an option. I don't have an addiction with it because I've had to quit for jobs. I've had to quit just because I didn't have the money like that. Like, sure, I could have spent what little money I had on weed, but I had to take care of my dog, get food, things like that. So there's priorities. And if you can do that, you clearly don't have an addiction. Like how I quit Coke when I was addicted to it and 5-star burgers in Taos, New Mexico. I was pretty bad with that stuff, but then I realized, shit, I'm breaking my rules. I had a rule of I don't buy it. Like if it's offered to me, I'll take it, but no buying. And I started breaking that rule. That's when it came to me that, yeah, I have an addiction. I need to cut this out. And I quit cold turkey. I don't know too many addicts that can just stop like that. Like that's not usually a thing an addict can do. So it's not something I want to have to deal with. Like the Fort Lyon wanted me to be there for 2 years, and you can't smoke there because it's a federal facility, which I don't like the feds. Like the crap they've had us put up with, I am not a fan of what they do. So to give them any kind of information like that, it's just, no. You're going to know my location. You're going to know my ins and outs. Like if I got to do counseling, you're going to know that crap too. I don't need giving you ammo. Like there's already enough online. You want to figure it out, you come ask me. Otherwise, piss off. Like we have been seeing in this country what the hell y'all been doing. You're not good people. And I do believe a spiritual awakening. Like everyone keeps saying there's a spiritual awakening. Yeah, I do believe. There's a simple fact, a lot of us that did not care for spiritual matters or things of God and that nature have been shifting. And also the shit you see on TV with the satanic rituals that they do and the Grammys and all this other crap that they're doing, it's becoming really bad. And people are starting to wake up like, maybe this is the thing. And I do believe it is. Like we're coming to a precipice where this stuff is getting horrible. And we're going to have to do something about it. But hopefully, course will correct itself. I don't think it will. I think a lot of it, like people say, well, God's going to deal with it. If God's all-knowing, all-powerful, he'd be like any other parent. A parent, sooner or later, has their children move on to experience life on their own. You don't stay there your whole life with your parents. You move on. They push you out of the nest after a while. Why would God be any different? He's a parent. He sent his only son to die for our sins. As a parent, that one's a little hard to deal with. Like, I don't know if I can do that. Maybe that's the part of being all-knowing. And if you know your son's coming back to you in an ethereal form, I guess the human form really doesn't matter. Those things die regardless. And he died for the ultimate sacrifice. So, but, I don't know. I like this town, but also it's got issues. And when I leave this place eventually, I'll explain the issues and why I was so hesitant on being here. I mean, the people that I've met thus far, like the woman that got me the bike and trying to get me the trailer, understands, and her friends understands why this place is not so great. I just say, it's not good. It's not good. But I don't want to alienate myself while I'm here either. That's not smart. But I wanted to do this update so people knew, because I was getting messages back and forth, and it gets to be a bit much. I hate texting. That's why I don't mind the videos, because I can just kind of talk and let it out and speak my piece, and that's that. Do some uploading and we good. It's been a lot. I probably should have been gone out of here like a week and a half ago. But I know this woman needs this. She dealt with loss, and I get that. I needed things to distract me too. Some kind of purpose. So I do understand it. And I thank her deeply. And honestly, I tried to refuse it a few times, but she has not allowed me to do that. So yeah, I can't really do much about that. But this is Monty once again, signing off.